Coming up on Blazer Action News, Jenny gives us a review of last Saturday's Blazer Bash.
Then after the break, we get to see some love with Josh's short film, Silent Notes.
Hello, I'm Isabel.
And I'm Daniel, and welcome to Blazer Action News.
For our first story, let's remind everyone about Gear Up.
Tutoring provides personalized one-on-one attention to give students time to ask questions. If you have trouble in regular classes during the day, America's High School is extending an opportunity to educate students with free tutoring.
Students will be able to level up in education with help from Gear Up. Gear Up is made up of college students from UTEP to assist in covering all core classes. Gear Up coordinator Mr. Enriquez knows the importance of GU.
Tutoring is located at the Blazer Center from Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. and Monday through Friday through 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now all you should remember that last Saturday was America High School's Blazer Bash.
But for those of you who missed it, here's what went down on Halloween.
Before Halloween night fell, the community came out to America's High School to put an end to drinking and driving. The first annual Blazer Bash was held outside of America's High School. Cars lined outside with trunks open, filled with candy ready for the taking. This charity event showcased many guest speakers, such as felony prosecutor Curtis Cox. He attended the event to talk about a personal experience regarding drunk driving. He explains why these types of events help spread awareness on this nationwide issue.
Events like this are one of the best ways to get people in the high school age range to come out and become more aware of the situation. And people in the high school age range are both victims of that behavior, like these two young men on my shirt, and sometimes they are unfortunately also the people who are engaging in that behavior.
For America's High School principal Patricia Cuevas, this event hit especially close to home after the tragic accident involving an America's High School student last May.
I think sometimes we think it won't happen to us, and of course it does. And so to be able to raise that awareness and to make a difference, like, you know what, it can happen to anybody, and randomly your life can change in a minute. And so I think it's important that we always have awareness, because we can't change consequences, but we can change our decisions.
Many clubs came out to fill up their bags with candy and enjoy a variety of food trucks, games, and performances by the America's Jazz Band. America's High School student Africa Ibarra talks to us about what good events like this are helpful for the community.
They're important because we do need to spread awareness and show people that bad things like that do happen to us, especially here in our community, not just something that we hear on the news.
Seeing the tremendous support from the community, we hope to see a great increase in the upon years for the Blazer Bash.
Thanks, Jen. Now for all you band geeks out there, we have a special treat for you.
That's right, we have an exclusive interview with band directors Mr. Vega and Mr. Lincoln.
The Tournament of Bands competition at New Mexico State University will mark as the final competition of the year for 30 bands across the region.
Despite the enormous competition ahead of their band, Mr. Vega and Mr. Lincoln feel optimistic about their chances this Saturday.
The judge is going to be looking at, well, that kid didn't have his toe up. Instead of that whole band didn't have their toes up. They're going to look at those kind of details. So it comes down to the details right now. It's not about how clean the show is. It's about the show should be clean by now. It should be already at that level, should be a higher demand of marching.
This is a big thing for the El Paso schools and the Las Cruces schools, because both schools come together, both cities come together, and this is a big competition for everybody. And this is kind of like, this is bragging rights for all of West Texas and New Mexico. And it's like I say, everybody, it's always been either late October, beginning of November, and this has always been kind of like the final competition for all bands involved.
Tournament of Bands will be held at this Saturday at New Mexico State University's Aggie Memorial Stadium. Come out and support our Blazer Band. Now before we move on to entertainment, we're going to take a quick break.
Ready for a love story? Josh is ready to show us his newest short film, Silent Notes.
Then Ryan and Ian take us to the field with sports.
I want to welcome you all to the Team SISD app. Inside we have top stories, stream calendar, notifications, student academic, lunch menus, resources, even bus routes. You can also upload photos, connect to YouTube, and connect to everyone else. You can know not only what is going on in your high school, but in others as well. Download the Team SISD app today.
Welcome back, Blazers.
Ready your tissues because Josh has for us a love story he likes to call Silent Notes. Now before we leave, let's remind you all about panoramic pictures.
Panoramic pictures will be taken next Tuesday in the morning in front of the theater. ROTC will go first at 7:30. Seniors will need to be ready by 8, and the band will go last at 8:30. Please dress nicely. November 11th is Veterans Day, which means no school. We will honor all who have served and are serving in the armed forces.
Remember to thank your veterans. There will also be a parade in downtown. For more information and other events, please visit www.visitelpaso.com/events/community.
Now that we know when we're going to honor our soldiers, let's take it to Ryan and Ian with sports.
Welcome to Sports, I'm Ian Boyle.
And I'm Ryan Fleehey with this week's latest in sports news. Last week, football took on Coronado and came out with a W with a score of 20-21. Eric Foster had a total of 95 passing yards, and Joshua Fields had a total of 106 rushing yards. Still, this week in first place, we have a winner-take-all district championship game against El Dorado. Come out tonight after school and support your team at the SAC. On another note, basketball will start their official season on November 17th, and we await their upcoming season.
Now for this sportscast, we have something special for the Trailblazers. Player of the Week and Player of the Month.
The way it works, submit a one-paragraph essay on why you should be Player of the Week. And to qualify for Player of the Month, Ian and I will select one of the weekly athletes and choose the Player of the Month.
The Player of the Month goes to a big drawing for Trailblazer Athlete of the Year.
And that's all we have for today. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Ian, signing off for Blazer Blaze.
Well, that's all we've got for today.
Be sure to tune in next time for All News, All Americas. I'm Isabel.
And I'm Daniel.
And this has been Blazer Action News.